Today we are out at St. John's Cemetery in Canton, Ohio, right off of Cleveland Avenue. And I've been driving past this place for a long time, wanted to come in and explore. The first thing I notice is the H on St. John's up there. That to me is just so aesthetic. I mean, when you pull into a cemetery and you see something like that with a letter coming off, there's just something about it that's like so cinematic, you know? I don't know, so aesthetic to a cemetery. It's just the H is falling off, you know? I mean, if I could get up there and fix it, of course I would. But just to see something like that as you enter the cemetery, that to me is just something that is like, okay, that's just really cool. Okay, because of the location of this cemetery, they keep these gates locked at night. So if you want to come down here and check this place out, you have to do it during the day. But the first thing I notice when I pull in here are the paving bricks. Paving bricks, what looks like throughout the whole cemetery. And over here you can see where the grass is all overgrown, coming up between the bricks. There are so many different styles and sizes and shapes and ages of these stones out here. Look at this one over here. I mean, that almost looks like the Ark of the Covenant. You almost wouldn't know that this is, you know, a paved road right here, because there's so much grass that has grown up through the paving stones. Yeah, look at this. It makes me think of the Ark of the Covenant right there. Look on the top, it's supposed to be like a shroud up there, I guess. And then it's surrounded with the smaller headstones for each of the graves. Got a couple more over here, Mary and William. And then these down here, father and mother right here. Must just be the entire family. I always love the ones that are shaped like crosses. Then you've got this one here. A U.S. veteran. That's a really cool one. I like that. I love when you can look through the cemetery and just see, like I said, all the different sizes and shapes and ages of stones. I mean, they go from glossy and new right here all the way down to, you know, look at these taller pillars down here that are just white and aged and weather beaten. And look at this cross right here. It's nothing but leaves. I would have to guess that it was actually made to be like this so that it would grow those vines. But let's get a closer look. It is concrete. It is concrete, and those are all vines that have grown up around it. That's pretty interesting. I can't imagine that was not on purpose. And the mausoleums are always really interesting. They usually have them completely locked up, which I totally understand. Yeah. Mushi, I think is the name, 1910. Yeah, these are the pillars I was talking about, the older ones. Some of these you can't even read what's on them anymore. Look at this little broken one down here. Yeah, that's where the lettering used to be. You would have to do a rubbing on that one to read what it says. Okay, here we go. You can sort of see this one, but you'd still have to do a rubbing on that to see what it says. I should have thought of that. I should have brought some paper and crayons. This one is broken here. That could be from stupid people slamming against it, or it could just be because of the age. 1889, that looks like. See, a lot of these, as they age, they fall off the base. And then this here, the cross, that used to go on this piece of iron sticking up there. And that's fallen off now, or somebody pushed it off. Same thing over here. I see a lot of this in graveyards. It's supposed to be sitting on top there, and it originally was. And there it is. At least it's intact, and it's leaning up against the grave now. There's a couple of little girls swimming in a swimming pool over here, and they can't help but yell at me, "Hey, get out of there now!" That's the kind of thing I did when I was a kid. Just yell at people for no reason. Look at this little old one here. It's so weather beaten. Well, you can make out a W and an E. Welch. As you first come in from the street, it brings you straight ahead, and this is what you see up here. I like that. It's made to look like it's logs. You can drive around it in either way. And then on each side there's another drive, like I pointed out up here. Same on both sides. You can drive around and it joins right here. Before we go farther on that way, I want to show you this one up here. This big ball, like a big sphere. Okay, I seriously did not know I was going to see this. The name is Ball, so they have a giant ball. That's funny. Now, what I wondered about this, look how huge this actually is. This thing is absolutely enormous. What I wondered about it though, like there's, or at least there used to be one of these downtown in Canton, something like this, and it had a water fountain underneath. So the water would come up and it would push out in a way that it would spin the ball, and the ball would forever be turning on the base. That's what I was wondering if this was set up to do. If it was, it's not doing it anymore, obviously. All right, let's move on down here. Guys, look at these here. They're like marble. I mean, not marble like a lot of these headstones, but they're actually swirled marble. Look at this one down here. Look at the colors in this one. 1916 to 1947, U.S. veteran. You don't see a whole lot like that. You see them more like this. And this one's swirled and really nice too. I mean, not that the other ones aren't nice, but I'm just talking about this style here. I thought I saw one that was shaped like a big open book, but I can't find it. But look at this one over here. It looks like the top has been busted off, But I think that's actually how it was made. Yeah, that's actually how this headstone was made. That's nice and smooth, as opposed to somebody just busting off the top of a headstone. Look at this one here. I really like this. So I also noticed that right here, the road has turned into cobblestone. Gravel, cobblestone. I don't know if it's the same thing or not, but... And it looks like it's, like right there is the end of the paved road, and it turns into gravel all the way around the rest of the cemetery down there. Look at this one, guys. This is pretty cool. United States Air Force. That is really cool. Sergeant Rhett. I think that's what that says. Kevin Kelly? I don't know. I don't really understand that, but this one's really neat too. Again, with that swirled marble. Then we've got the intricate flowers on there. Look how you can see all the different colors of the headstones throughout. And you get over to here, and this one right out here really sticks out. It says Latino. It's like a black. Let's go see that one. Okay, yeah. Walter Latino, U.S. Army, World War II, 24 to 2008. And here's the headstone. It's like a real dark gray with white lettering. That looks really nice. Walter was his wife, married October 16th, 1948. There is no headstone here for his wife. Not sure why. I would assume that it was meant for her headstone to be right here, but who knows? Maybe she was buried somewhere else. I can see a couple more that are sort of like that one, that are real dark. Like here's one way back here. It looks like it says Milvain. We'll go check it out here. And I saw another one poking out somewhere. In fact, there's two of them up here. But look at this, guys. This just tugs on my heartstrings. I told you people leave things all the time. A pack of golf balls. This must be, yeah, Charles William passed away in 2014, and this must be his wife, who has yet to pass away. She probably left those golf balls. Aw. Here's the other one I was talking about, though. Hennud. Dark with that white lettering. And Mullane. I thought I said Milvain. Yeah, this looks really nice. Look at this. Real dark gray, gold lettering. And his portrait etched on there. And I'm sure they left the other side blank for his wife. I really like those paving stones in here, the paving bricks. You can just stand in one place and watch them like wind all the way down. I did notice over here, there's a little extra spot where you could basically park your car for a few minutes, you know, while you're out visiting your loved ones. As well as behind the cross over here, that goes all the way around that mound. So I was able to park over there in order to get out and walk around. And parking is not something you see in graveyards very often at all. I said this before, where it almost seems like they're discouraging you from staying too long. Because really, look at how wide this is here. It's not very wide, just enough for one car. And so you pull up, you stop, and then get out, visit your loved one, and get back in your car and go. I don't know if this is another road or if that's just some place that people have made a habit of driving through. But look at this. I notice right here it changes from the paving bricks to an actual paved drive down there. Now that those girls have stopped screaming in the swimming pool, you can hear the birds and it's really peaceful out here. Been looking around at a lot of these, and a lot of them are really interesting. I know I say that all the time, but look at this one right over here. How it's made to look like logs. And I like this kind up here too, where it looks like a scroll on a tree. Let's check this out. See, that's all concrete, but it looks like a tree stump. And then the information is on the scroll. I really like that. Some of these are pretty intricate. This is kind of funny. Some of you will think I'm crazy, but I've been watching this thing, and this thing's just barely been moving. Now it's starting to move a little bit, but I came over here to get a close-up shot of this earlier, and I waited and waited and waited, and the wind was blowing, and that thing wasn't going anywhere. And so I talked to Mychael. It says, son Mychael, and I said, hey, can you spin this for me a minute so I can get a good background shot? And as I say it, look at it, guys. I'm not even kidding. Thank you, Mychael. But look, guys, this is sad. Okay, if you look at Mychael, he died April 1st, 1984. And then, without disturbing the statue, Mother Kimberly was born in '62 and also died in 1984. So she must have died giving birth. This is another thing you'll see on headstones. Now, this could be a coincidence. Somebody could have just left this here. But people will leave things like this on headstones. Like maybe she was a drinker. You know, maybe Miller Lite was her drink. And people will leave that. People will leave coins and all kinds of stuff on headstones. All right, Mychael, thank you for the nice visit. Yeah, I'm not kidding, guys. That thing wouldn't move anywhere. It was just sitting there, barely moving. And when I talked to Mychael, I said, can you spin that for me so I can get a good shot here? And then just as you just saw, as I said it again, he spun it again. When I see something like this, balloon, I guess you'd say it, balloon, I don't know. When I see something like that where all the graves are growing in one direction and then you have this one that's in, you know, sideways, it makes me wonder, you know, are all of these connected? Like, is this the main headstone for that family? And then all of those are the family. I mean, it does appear that way. Mother, father, son, daughter, daughter. That's probably what that is.